Hello and welcome to Worlds Together Builders. This is the new companion show for the Worlds Together Live that's on Wednesday nights. If you haven't been there, you should probably come check it out. We talk about all kinds of RPG stuff, have awesome discussions with the chat. Here in Builders, we are going to actually be concentrating on the world building itself. Today, we're going to be working on the map because we need to have a decent map, or at least I like to start with a decent map to get started with. So what we've got here is a 4K size map that we've used, created in WonderDraft. This I used the generator, and we actually did this on the first episode of Worlds Together. So if you don't know how this is done, you can go back and watch it to see exactly how it's done. This is an equirectangular map, which means that it's kind of stretched and smooshed at the top and the bottom, but it wraps around because I wanted to be able to put it on a globe. So, and I have in fact done that. So this is done this way. If you watch that first episode, I have gone in and I've gotten rid of all the stuff that we did here because I want to go ahead and do the whole world and lay it all out. So we're going to get started with that. We're going to start with mountains and rivers, and then we're going to go to lakes, and then we're going to be looking at biomes, and then we'll start talking about specific areas of the world where cool things are. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to no, works better if I'm in there. We're going to zoom in a bit, and we're going to start with some mountains. So I'm going to go to symbols. I missed mountains, and I've got a lot of extra mountains in here. This is the free version of, well, not the free version, it's the pay version, but it's only $20 or $25. Anyway, great program, WonderDraft. But I've added some extra things that are free to get. And we're going to use, I think these mountains end up looking pretty good. Now we need to scale this way down. Not that far. Not quite that far. How's that look? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe. No, maybe scaled down a little bit more. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so now we got to figure out where we want our mountains to be. So we're going to think of it a bit like plate tectonics in the real world, though we don't have to follow it exactly, but it'll give us a good idea of where to start. So for instance, this would probably be kind of the edge of a plate here. So we may have some mountains along the coast here like this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we can make some ranges and some weird things. We'll put some mountains here. Now, this isn't any scientific thing. It's just me doing what I think looks good. So we'll get some mountains in here. Maybe we'll do a lot of mountains down in this area. And it'll kind of cut this area off from the rest of things. I mean, that sounds good to me, so we'll just do it that way. I have kind of a basin in there. That'll be fun to play with. So as I go through these things, I kind of think about making interesting areas where you could have some fun things set up for adventures. But you don't have to put a lot of thought into your mountains and stuff. It's just throw a bunch of mountains on there. If you don't like them, you can erase them. But a lot of times what will happen is the mountains will kind of start dictating what other things what other things are going to go down, and it'll give you ideas for fun stuff, fun adventures. So, we got our nice Skull Lake here. That's something we came up with on the chat when we were doing the live show on the mapping. Let's see here. I want to have some, I think I'll make this kind of a desert-y area, so we'll get kind of a mountain range that comes up and kind of cuts this off a bit. So this will be all dry nastiness over there. So I think that's probably good for that area. Let's see here. Let's come across a little here. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So this series is going to be a whole lot of just kind of thinking out loud and going through the world building. We're going to get into, actually going into World Anvil and building out characters. We're going to continue to flesh out some of the things we'd started in the live show, like the religions that we started setting up. And we're just going to go through a lot of that stuff and kind of have a complete world. And I'm going to make it just freely available on World Anvil. So if you don't have an account there, you can get a free account at World Anvil and just follow me, and I'll put all this stuff up there so that you can have some fun with it. And feel free to use any of these ideas or the whole world if you want to for your own campaign. Also, if you have ideas or suggestions for the world, things that you think would be kind of cool, please leave them in the comments. I will take all of those into consideration, and if I like them, we will work them in. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of mountains in here. This is a big world. Big world. I want to kind of cut this off a little bit too. This makes, you can use mountains to make some isolated areas that then have like stunted cultures or have gone extremely advanced or something like Atlantis because they're cut off from the rest of the world, things like that. So mountains can be a lot of fun for things like that. And we're not doing individual mountains yet. We're just doing the mountain ranges. We'll come back in and we'll see if we want to put some like major mountains, like a Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro or something like that sticks out from the rest of the world. Let's see. Let's have one that just cuts kind of through the middle of things here. Well, that's good. And then we'll come off of this little thing here with a little mountain range, little harbor into a mountain, kind of like Dover, White Cliffs of Dover. That's kind of cool. Yep, that's kind of cool. So let's see here. I really should probably have some background music on while I'm doing this. What do you guys think? Think that'd be a good idea for the next episode? I'll try that on the next episode, a little light background music so that we can have some fun with some inspirational music while we're painting our world here. Let's see. Yeah, let's have some mountains here. Now, a lot of this world is not going to get completely fleshed out. Just like, Faerun, it's not, they they did a lot of work in the Sword Coast and some other areas, but they flesh it out a little bit at a time as they do campaigns. So they've got the major things in the world done, but they don't get it all fleshed out. All right, so let's see, where are we missing some? Up in here, this area. Yes. We could make some really odd kinds of mountains. And, oh, I think I will. What if we do like a spiral galaxy type mountain range? That'd be kind of weird, huh? Spiral mountains. Yay. Those will be really hard to get through. It'd be some tough travel to get over to this side of the world here. In fact, we're gonna strip this back a bit so that we have room for some for a very isolated kingdom here that you can only reach from the sea. So it's extremely defensible. And then this little pocket can be a really isolated culture over here. So that will be fun. Let's see here. All right, so I think that's pretty decent. Got lots of mountain ranges. Got some areas that are pretty heavy mountains and some areas that are just have a little bit. Let's see, we've got, I think this could use a little bit of mountains on it. Down in this area, doesn't need a whole lot. The smaller mountain ranges. Maybe one over here. There we go. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that, chat. All right, good. Now we want to get into figuring out kind of biomes and stuff. So we're going to go to our brush colors and we're going to start with kind of a large brush size, but I'm going to put the opacity way down because I want to build it up slowly. And let's go first with some kind of desert color. A little darker. Over here. So we're just going to paint this out and kind of get an idea of where the major biomes are going to be. So we're going to have kind of deserty things. I mean, if you look at Earth's biomes, you've got bands of things. So you've got like the desert and rainforest stuff kind of in the middle along the equator. And then you've got more arid or more temperate zones in between that and the Arctic stuff. So there are bands of things. So it'd be kind of weird to put, desert up here and desert here. Desert should be kind of located along a band. Can't forget too that this actually wraps around to here. This is a globe, so this would be kind of desert here. And we'll make this go up to the mountains. So this side of the mountains is pretty deserty. Mountains are a lot of times natural barriers between different biomes. All right, so now we're going to go for some kind of grassland type place. So we'll have some grassland down here. I think this would be a good place for some grassland. Like this. Yes, yes, I like it. Grassland around Skull Lake. The Great Skull Lake. Lots of grassland on this continent. And we'll go back and do forests and stuff too. Don't you worry, chat. Don't you even worry. All right, so this side of the mountain should be kind of a grassland. More lush grassland, I think. And then I think maybe in here we'll do kind of a steppe type thing. A prairie steppe land type area. Let's see, some more grassland up here. This is why I like to do the opacity down, because it kind of blends things together and doesn't look like harsh edges. So I'm thinking this area is going to be kind of a plateau, so it'll be a higher level than those, which means that we really should go back and throw some mountains all the way along here, because it's going to need to have kind of a cutoff for the plateau. So there we go. See? Now we have a reason to put some more mountains in. Yeah, good. That's very good. All right, so we'll do a grassland over here. And we're just doing very broad strokes, basic stuff. We'll keep refining this map as we go, but right now we're just trying to get the general ideas of where things are, major things. This area here is going to be our main campaign area to start with. So this is the area that's going to get the most attention. This and probably this down here. I think... Let's see. I think I want to do a little desert over here. So this is going to be a little desert area. Yep, that's good. And let's see, we'll put a bit of desert up here. How about that? That sound good, chat? That sound good? I like it. And a little bit of desert down on this area to kind of continue that band. And then we'll do some steppe tundra type taiga stuff up here. In these areas. And we'll need some marshy areas and stuff like that, but don't worry, chat, we'll get there. We'll also want some very cold areas, ice and stuff. Put some of them here. We also got to go back and put forests dotted around and stuff, so we'll get to that. Don't you worry, chat. Don't you even worry. That's not a good color. Let's make us a ice color. How's that? That good? That's pretty good. So these will be the frozen wastes up here. They're ice-covered mountains. Let's make this a little bigger and darker so it doesn't take all day. Okay, so we'll just put ice across this whole thing up here. And we may go back and put some spots of other stuff, but for the most part, ice. So we're going to do that on the bottom too. Don't worry about we're coloring the mountains here, chat. It's fine. We can go back and recolor all the mountains at once with a fill so that they stand out and they look okay. You don't have to. You may want to leave it like this, but my preference is to cover them up, get them all the same color. All right, so now I want to get kind of a foresty color. Yeah, we'll go with that. That looks nice. Put the opacity down, the brush size down. All right, so I think we're going to have kind of a... That is way too dark. That's better. I have kind of a rainforesty type thing down here. A little more. Yeah. So some kind of jungle area here would be nice, I think. It's getting really blotchy. There we go. The velocity down a little too low. It got weird. Now we'll actually put some tree stamps in here and stuff, so don't worry, chat. We'll get some forest coming up through here, so there's going to be a giant forest there. I think let's have some forest here. Yeah. What do you think, chat? That's good, huh? Let's put a bit of forest on that bit. We'll put some forest in this area. Get some forest up here. And maybe down this way. We'll get some forest right here. Just clumps of forest. Put a little bit here. That'll be good. Yep. Let's have a big forest in the middle of this. The interior here will be all forested or jungled. Whatever we decide then. And then, well, I mean, we should have some forest down here by Great Skull Lake. That would only make sense. We'll put some down here too. Why not? Right? Because that's what we've decided. Hooray. All right, so, and then we can put some smaller forests dotted around. Because, I mean, you would have that, right? Put some forest up here. I mean, I like that. Don't you like that, chat? We could put a strange forest up in the ice here. You know, I mean, evergreen trees and stuff, right? Bring it down like this. Little forest here. Little on the coast here. I like that. Maybe a little forest in this peninsula. Some forests that cut this off. How about that? Yeah, man. I like it. There we go. All right. So, time to wrap this video up. We're gonna keep these around 20 or 25 minutes. And next time we're gonna work on some rivers and some more details. We're gonna try to get all the rivers worked out. Then we'll start detailing some of this, but we're gonna start concentrating on this area in the middle here more and more. So we'll dig down into that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. We will have new episodes hopefully every weekday. And don't forget to watch the live episodes on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. on Twitch. You can find the links to all the stuff anywhere on any of our channels. Make sure you click the like, ding the bell, mash all the buttons, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Until next time, build on.